scorching hot here today and humid. I went outside and sat on my back patio and I couldn't sit there for maybe 5 minutes because the sun was just scorching down on me. It's like I normally don't get sunburnt, but I'm not trying to scorch my skin either. Luckily, I just tan normally, but I know I get sunburn on my face, so I try and avoid the sun as much as possible unless I'm on the beach, and then I try and put on a bunch of sunscreen so I don't get burnt, because I can get burned on my face a lot, but the rest of me just tans. So I hope everyone's having a beautiful day today. I thought I'd come on here and show y'all this new deck I got. I know it's not available to the public yet. The only reason why I got it is because I have a subscription with Hay House, who prints this deck by Kyle Gray, and it comes in, I get it every 3 months, and it's 3 decks that are like pre-released. Hi, beautiful Viviani. How are you, gorgeous? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I love him too. I've been using this deck the last couple days when I've done readings, and I believe I pulled one for you the other night. But this is the deck. It's Kyle Gray's Angelic Activations Oracle, and it's 44 cards, and it comes with a nice guidebook, and it has one of those boxes that goes like this, and then it has sayings on the inside of the box. And it talks about how you can call your angels in, angels on my left, angels on my right. I am protected by love. I am protected by light. And then the other side says, I activate my angelic connection. Thank you, angels, for revealing to me what I need to know. I am willing to listen. So I think it's beautiful. I love the colors inside the box and the sayings in them. And then here's the guidebook for it. And I think this is like, let's see, it's 119 pages. It's not a colored guidebook, but it does have pictures of each of the cards. So like there's Azrael right there, and it has like an extended meaning for each card. But it's 119 pages, and so it's pretty thick. It's a nifty guidebook. And the cards, they have a picture of the angel on one side, and then it has the meaning on the other side. So like if you're doing a live reading like what I've been doing, so it has the angel on the front, and this is Raphael. And then on the back, you can turn it around, and it has a message. It'll show you what it's about. And then on the bottom is the activation, which is like an affirmation or prayer. So like this one says, trust your spiritual vision. Your psychic and spiritual abilities are awakening. Trust what you are seeing, for your intuition is correct. You can read between the lines, and the information you feel rising up within you is being divinely revealed to you. You have spent lifetimes preparing for this moment, and although you may feel apprehensive, you were born for this. Believe in the beauty of your gifts. And then the activation on the bottom says, I trust my inner vision. And I went through, I actually pulled this card for me the other night because I was just kind of trying to get to know this deck a little bit before I used it to do readings for y'all. And this is one of the cards I ended up pulling for myself. So I'll go through and show y'all each angel that's on here. Hello, Nubian Messiah. Welcome, sweetheart. No, I'm not here to do any readings or anything like that. I'm just here to do a flip through of a new deck. So, alright, so that's Raphael. And then the next one is Hope. And then the little meaning on the back says, move with grace. And then this is Elohim. And it says, karmic debts are paid. I like that. I like the light that's coming out from the top, and then the light that's coming out here with like the ball. I think that's beautiful. And then the next one is virtues. And it has an older, woman full of wisdom. This is like how I feel. And she's holding this wand with like all the wisdom and the light. And this one says, do the right thing. And then the next one is Orion. And it says, visions of the future. And I love the color of this. And the blue face and the white hair. I think they did a great job doing this card. And then all the blue light coming out. And then the symbol here. It's like, this is like almost like a crystal ball to me, where you can like see into the future, or using your psychic eye, which people call the third eye. Thank you, beautiful Viviani. And the next one says thrones, and it says opportunity for growth. And then he has like this circle, this gold ring, which to me is showing like where you grow, you're evolving when you go into spiritual, mental, emotional. And as we grow, we become, more in depth with ourselves. We know ourselves better. And I just feel like this is like a great representation of us as we age, we grow more. And the things that come in for us that we create, with the opportunity of growth and healing and having that understanding. And then the next one is the Shekinah. And it says, and she's beautiful. I love her heart, the circle of light right here, and then the gold ring around her head. It says, give the gift of your presence. So to me, this is like one that's talking about, the blessings in life is like yourself. So give your time and give it generously when you can. Because, to me, giving someone your time and being in the present moment with them, that's a commodity that none of us can get back. Once, that time is spent, it's gone. So I love this one. It means to me, this is about going, being with the people or in the moment you're in and blocking out any and all other distractions. So I love this card in the meaning. And then the next one is Azrael. And I love him too with his wings. This looks like his wings with the light. And then his circle. And this is healing will come from this. So to me, this is like his mark, his symbol of healing, where if you need him to come through and heal you or have a change in a certain situation and you may need strength and comfort, this would be like the angel to me you would call on. Because at the bottom of it, the activation says, thank you, Azrael, for guiding me to the healing within this time of change. So this is like inner change, inner wisdom, growing, evolving. Sometimes I think this could, even go into like our shadow side, working on our shadow work and facing the things in the dark that we may not like, but we face them and shine a light on them and work with them instead of just ignoring them and suppressing them. And then the next one is star beams, which I don't know, this kind of creeps me out, but that's just me. There's the star being, and it says written in the stars. And this is about all these synchronicities, the mystery that unfolds, coincidences. This kind of even reminds me a little bit of like deja vu. Just things that, may seem like a coincidence, but they're not, which, I can talk about a lot, where I've had things happen and it's like others would like, sweep it under the rug, say, no, that's just a coincidence. That's not true. It's like, no, that's too much coincidence because I don't believe in coincidence. So this one says the activation prayer is, thank you, star beings, for guiding my vision into reality. So I like the ring around him too. and the light that's coming down. And it's like him shining a light down on you to bring you and show you what those coincidences and synchronicities, deja vu, and all that. Hi, beautiful Heather. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for coming. Yeah, this is the Angelic Activations by Kyle Gray that came in the Hay House subscription that I have. And the next one is the Violet Flame. And I like him. He's beautiful. It says surrender and release the past. And I like, you know, the color and his symbol, like letting go. You know, I feel like it's like almost like a tunnel you're going through where it's a dark tunnel and then you're going through it and coming out on the other end into the light. So the dark is like the past, and then when you go into the light, that's like the present and the future. So this one says, I am purified by the violet flame. So this is a card that would come up when you need to face something head on and let go of your past in order to move forward to both the good and, you know, the challenges even. That's going to help you grow. But sometimes I know it's hard to let go of our past, especially our past hurts. But in order to grow and evolve, we have to let go of those past traumas and hurts to make room for the new to come in, to help us grow and focus on what we currently have in our present and then into the future. So I think he's beautiful. And I like the little light down here too that comes in. This is a good card. And then the next one I pulled out is Michael. And it says clearing the way. And it says, thank you, Michael, for clearing the road to my highest truth, which is like the activation prayer. And I know this is one we always call on for our protection. But this one says, this is a time of great change. Know that all the roadblocks and challenges you have been facing are part of a great shift that is unfolding in your life. All aspects of your world that are not in alignment with your highest good are being cleared away so that you can stand in your truth once and for all. Trust in this unfolding. So it's like instead of, you know, Michael in this deck being represented as the protector, it's showing that he's the one that's going to come through and clear away any limitations, roadblocks, bumps in the road, so that you can become aligned with your highest good and move on and allow the new to come in to unfold in your life. So that's beautiful. And I like his sword. And there's like all that power in his sword. Yeah, he is a unique Michael. I mean, I love this deck because there's a lot of diversity in here. And his piercing eyes. Yeah, like he's looking through you. Yeah, I love him. He's beautiful. And the next one I have here is Raziel. And I see all his gold. He's like surrounding gold to me. And it says, go beneath the surface. And this one says, you have learned so much about yourself and the world, and are now recognizing all the great lessons of your experiences and challenges. Continue on this pathway. Even though you have come this far, there is much more for you to learn and uncover. Don't take things at face value. Do more research. Spend more time in contemplation. Go deeper than you think is even possible. And on the activation prayer says, I am willing to do the deeper work. So this is to me like going within again and uncovering the things that we may hide away from or run away from, instead of like facing it head on, so that we can go through and clear the future pathway for us to walk with like greater strength and confidence in our self-worth. I love this card too. Oh, do you? Yeah, they're beautiful. I mean, I think I have most of Kyle Gray's decks. There might be one or two I don't have, but I have most of them. I know like this one, Heather. I don't know which one Nancy used, but like this one is the angel prayers. And this has like a lot of those affirmations and prayers too. And I know that's an older deck. And this angel is the angel of powers. And I love his eyes. Look at that. It's like he has all this power that surrounds him. And his symbol, where all his power and strength comes from. And it says, be kind and compassionate. In order for peace to be restored in the outer world, you must first be able to find it within yourself. Your current situation requires you to step into the energy of loving kindness. Realize that the other person is also you. Having consideration for others will open your heart up so that you can see the world through more loving eyes. And the activation prayer says, I choose to see through the eyes of kindness. So it's like those piercing, beautiful eyes of a fire opal. Yeah, I can see that. All the orange and yellows in there. That's like, you know, the power of love and kindness and those piercing eyes. You know, to be able to be ourselves, be compassionate and loving. And it's like how I always say, you know, give out your hand, your compassionate hand to someone else. And show them the kindness, love, and respect that we all should show towards each other. So this one is like that. Be kind and compassionate. I love that. And the next one is cherubim. And it says, create your own story. And it says, nothing is set in stone. You are the co-creator of your life. The circumstances you have experienced up to this point have been linked to the choices you've made and the karma of your ancestors. Now is a pivotal time for you to begin moving into a space where you can create a story that's more aligned to your needs and ultimately the calling of your soul. And the activation prayer says, I recognize my ability to direct the experiences of my life. So I love her, and she's surrounded in gold too. I see this one, and that looks like a lotus flower to me, but I know it's not a lotus, and she's surrounded all by that gold light, like the light and the fire of you writing your own story, making your own decisions, and allowing the choices and the decisions you make ultimately align with the divine to go through and fulfill your needs and your ultimate calling of the soul. So this is who you would call on. And I know the guidebook has like a deeper meaning to them besides a little bit that the card says. And the next one is light beings. I like her too. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Beautiful. I mean, at first it made me think of a lotus, but it's not. It looks like some kind of flower, though. To me, it does anyways. So the light beings is energetic shifts. And this one says, this is a time of healing and change. Old energies are being released from your world. This isn't a call to discard traditions, but to reflect on what you have learned and how you can grow. You are being called to be open and aware of new information that is being revealed to you, for it is pivotal for the next phase of your journey. And the activation prayer says, I create space for learning anew. So this is like all about the energetic shifts we all go through. You know, kind of like how we all talk about Metro retrograde and, you know, how that energy, you know, has kind of like disrupted our lives in some way with, you know, the heavier energy, things not going right. This card is kind of like what it reminds me of, how we all can feel the energy surrounding us and the energy in our environment and the energy around others. I feel like this is like one of those cards that says to be aware of your energy, be aware of others. And there's like so much we can all learn from each other, just, you know, being open and aware of other people's energies. And I know some of us who are empaths do understand that, how, you know, we can feel other people's emotions and hurts and so on. So I think sometimes us being around others, um, feeling their energy can also help us to connect with them deep on a deeper level, and helps us to learn more about them, and, you know, to be a better friend and confidant, better family member of their family to us. So I feel like that's a powerful card. And with the circle, like the crown of power to me around it, that's like all this energy in her, and then the light that she shines outward. That's what I feel from that, which is all that beautiful, powerful energy. And then the next one I got is Healing Rays. Let me flip this over. And she's beautiful too, with her holding her hands together and the rays of light in her hands and going upward into her crown chakra and all the light that surrounds her. So this is the angel of healing rays. And it says healing is not linear. Healing happens today, not tomorrow. Angels of healing are surrounding you at this time, and in order to support their mission of guiding you to a state of wholeness, it's essential for you to move out of resentment and regret and into a state of trust. Trust in the higher powers that are surrounding you now. They are on your team, working with you, for you, and through you. And then the activation prayer says, I support my own experience of healing. So this is like, you know, facing that healing today and not pushing it to the side or tucking it away for another day. So that way you can feel more whole and be more open and warm and loving, instead of carrying around that anger, resentment, or holding a grudge. So this is the angel you would call on, you know, for that, more of that emotional, mental, and spiritual healing. That she's beautiful. And I love the blue on her too, her blue outfit. So it's beautiful. Hi Audrey, how are you, sweetheart? You wanted me to read for you the other day. Oh, you're talking about for Heather? Yeah, if I was to pull one of my priestess cards out, I wonder if she would get a cat too. I don't know. Ooh, and he's gorgeous. This one is the angel of the Holy Spirit. And look at him. He's dressed all in white. And there's that same ball, like the Holy Spirit. And he's holding in his hands with the light that's coming through. And then the light that surrounds him. He's beautiful. And this one says, it's the angel of the Holy Spirit. It says, miracles are possible. Your ability to experience miracles is down to your capacity to believe that miracles are possible for you. Don't give up hope. A real turnaround is possible now. The light of angels is surrounding you, inviting you to step into the most gracious receiving state possible. Open your heart and expect a miraculous solution. You are worthy. Know it. And the activation prayer says, I am worthy of miracles in all forms. So this is the angel card you would pull when you're looking for a miracle, a sign from the Holy Spirit to let you know that they are with you and that miracles are happening all the time, and to not give up and be open to receiving, be open to inviting them in to help you, and be open to taking a step forward into your future with an open heart. So I think he's beautiful. I love that. Yeah, there'll be plenty more shows I'll do. I don't know if I'm going to do any readings tonight. I was going to take a break, but if people really needed a reading, I'll come back later and do that, but it probably won't be until like 10 o'clock tonight, my time, Eastern time. And I know Heather sometimes goes to bed early, so unless, you know, I was to come on earlier on the weekends, and the only reason why I don't sometimes try not to come on earlier during the week is because there's people working, and people like to harass me, calling me, ringing up my phone, which interrupts the feed, so that's why I don't do it earlier in the day. Oh, thank you, Audrey. I appreciate you, honey. And isn't she gorgeous? Look at them eyes. This is the Seraphim angel. Look at all her light. And like, this seems like to be a common like angel symbol, because I'm seeing this on most of the cards. Something like it. She's all dressed in white too. And look at that around her head, like her crown chakra. And the light coming through her. And then all the light that surrounds her, like her angel wings. That's what it kind of reminds me of. It's her angel wings. So this one is divine compensation. All the good you have done is blessing your pathway. When you do good, take loving action and share without hesitation. You build a powerful energy field that will protect and guide you on your way. All the generosity and kindness you have shared in your life is now coming back in a miraculous wave of light to lead you towards your next phase. This is the law of divine compensation. And the activation prayer is, my own goodness attracts good things, opportunities, and experiences. So this is like the angel that you would call in, or who would come in and guide you and bless you for your hard work, the good that you do, the generosity and kindness that you share with others will come back and be paid back to you. So I like this card. This is a powerful card too. I love this. But she's beautiful. Look at those eyes. Like those piercing blue eyes just looking into your soul. Like you can get lost in her eyes. Yes, Fatima, it is a beautiful message. All these messages are beautiful. I haven't read every single one of them, but I've read a lot of them. And they're beautiful. So I like her too. And the next one I like, she's beautiful. Yes, Heather, I know. I had it happen once or twice when I did a live with you on a couple of our shows we did. I think one happened on one of the Friday night shows, and I believe one happened when we did the Divine Feminine, but I could be wrong, but I know one of them happened like sometime around there. And then it happened one of the nights I did one of my solo lives doing readings. And it's like, you know, for whatever reason, they decided to wait until like 7, 8 o'clock and still ring up my phone. And it always seems to be the same person, too. Okay, so the next angel I have here, and she's beautiful. I like her little dress, too, how she's represented in here. This is the Water Guardian. And it says, let your emotions flow. There are a lot of feelings within, and it's time to let them out. Your emotions are powerful messengers that allow you to express the tender, more vulnerable parts of yourself. Don't fight against this, for in revealing this natural part of yourself, you are also revealing your beauty and gifts, allowing others to witness the most authentic part of you. Oh, I love this message too. The activation prayer says, Water Guardian, I trust my emotions and I let them flow with ease. And she's beautiful. Yeah, I love the colors of her. I love her hair too. I love how they represented her with that bright white hair. It just adds that extra magic to her and all the energy that surrounds her. Whoops. And then, like, I guess it's supposed to, like, represent the water right here. But it's representing our emotions and allowing those emotions to flow through us and allow us to be vulnerable with ourselves and with others. And by doing so, we're being genuine and authentic with ourselves and with the world, and allowing them to see us in all our rays of beauty. And that's what I feel with this card. I really like her. So, yes, Heather, no borders on these cards. Yes, you're right. And I do like some of these cards that don't have borders, but there's some of them I do appreciate. I think it just depends on what the image is. You know, what the art itself, the image is showing. But yeah, I'm glad there aren't any edges on these. Because I think if they were to add the borders onto these, it would probably make it harder for me to shuffle. I mean, these cards are a little bigger than what I'm, like using. But there's so many decks out there I like, that I appreciate, that are big. But it's just hard for me to shuffle the way I like to shuffle with my small hands. Audrey, I don't have it, but Beautiful Heather does. I actually was looking at it, and I was going to get the deck that has both the tarot and the oracle together. So that's what I'm looking at doing. But yeah, it looks like a cool deck. So it's one of the ones on my list that I plan on getting soon. I just haven't done it yet. But yeah, Beautiful Heather has it. She did a flip through of it on her channel one night. You may want to check that one out, gorgeous. And the next one I have here is the Angel Earth Guardian. And look at even his piercing eyes. Like the guardian of the earth, almost like, Goddess Gaia. But this one means learning in the happening. And it says, you may be telling yourself that everything happens for a reason, but this might not be helping you heal from the pain a particular situation has caused you. It's important to know that there isn't a divine plan to teach you a lesson. It's more that life experiences unfold based on your decisions in order for you to learn from every moment. Today, you are being encouraged to find the reason behind what's happening now, and the reason is you. Wow, that's powerful. And the activation prayer is, I am open to expanding my knowledge and learning. So I like how there's the neutral colors with the browns and the golds. I think it goes well together, with how they represent him, all the light that surrounds him. So this is beautiful. This is one of those cards that's like, instead of like just looking up at the sky and saying, okay, I know, you meant for this to happen, but why? I don't understand. This is more like the card that's asking you, well, what is the lesson? What do you need to learn from this? By the decisions you just made for yourself. Okay, beautiful Heather. I'll see you later, honey. Have a good evening. So this is more the card of like expanding our knowledge and learning, from ourselves and from others and from the situations that pop up in our lives, and what it's supposed to mean, and what's the lesson we're taking away from it to move forward, to go into the next. So I like him and that symbol in the center of his chest. Like I said, most of these have that circle like a symbol. But it has like different, you know, it's on different angels, but it doesn't say like what that symbol's supposed to mean for each. I wish it did. And the next one is the guardian angel. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? All dressed in white. And that symbol in the center of her chest, and her hands holding up, being held up, and the gold that surrounds her. It's like that beautiful, tender, loving, nurturing, caring eyes is what I see in her. So this is the guardian angel card. And it says, you are not alone. And it says, your guardian angel is here to hold you and support you, but needs to be invited to come forth and guide you. This invitation doesn't have to be issued through prayer. It can also come through your actions. So stop trying to do everything on your own. Let the barriers of independence fall so that you can be held, loved, and cherished by heaven and earth. And the activation prayer is, I welcome in all levels of support from heaven and earth. I love this card. Yeah, beautiful, Audrey. It's not AI who did this. The artwork is by Jessica Tumanello. I don't know if I said that name right, but you can see it right here, honey. That's who did all the artwork. So, I don't believe it's AI. There was nothing in there that I read that says that she used AI in any kind of way. Oh yeah, very gifted with these images. I'm loving them. Alright, beautiful people. And the next one is Earth Mother. I guess this would be like Goddess Gaia to me. And she's beautiful too. This is the Earth Mother Angel. It says, you know how to evolve. There is something you know needs your time and attention. Something you know needs your action. Something you know is going to help you grow and evolve. Today you are being invited to take the steps you know you need to take to move out of a stuck state and into a state of growth. This isn't a lifetime to fall into old patterns. It's a lifetime to create new ones. And the activation prayer is, I take the soul-led steps I need to take in order to heal and grow. This is beautiful too. And she's holding her hands out with the symbol in her chest and all the light that surrounds her. Almost like the sun shining down. And it's about just taking on and healing and moving forward. Looking at your actions and learning that, you know, what you heal from and going forward, the new patterns that you create. They're wanting you to create new ones instead of focusing on old patterns. It's like shedding away those old beliefs, limited beliefs and doubts, and creating new ones in order to grow and evolve. She's beautiful. I love that angel. And the next one is Jeremiel. And I like him too. All these angels are beautiful. This is Angel Jeremiel, and it says, call back your power. It says, forgiveness is about no longer allowing someone or something to affect your state of happiness. It doesn't mean you have to forget the past or avoid a situation entirely. Right now, you are being encouraged to take your power, your light, and your capacity to make a decision back into your own hands. By taking back what is yours, you also command respect from those around you. And the activation prayer is, I forgive the past and I give myself the respect I deserve. So this is kind of like one of those cards that's talking about standing your own power and not allowing anyone else to have dominion over you. And being in that strength of power and light and being strong and courageous and standing up for yourself. But I also feel like this is a card for, you know, standing up for others too. So this is beautiful. I like this kind of like looks like it's like a black robe. But when I first looked at it, it just reminded me of like a fur coat or something. But I like how he has the wand with the power right there. So this is like your power you're calling back from others, not allowing them to tell you what to do or push you around anymore. Because sometimes people like to push too much and then it takes away your happiness. So don't allow anyone to do that. And the next card is Zadkiel. And I like his hand that's holding the light right here. And it's beautiful. And the color purple, of course. Y'all know me. If y'all know me, my favorite color is purple. And it says, this is the angel to be the change you seek. Hi, Pooja. How are you, sweetheart? And it says, your intentions to live with meaning and purpose have led you to where you are today. Where you are is where you are needed. But don't forget to be a light of healing. Whenever you go, the changes that you are seeking at this time must begin within you. Even if you are facing difficult circumstances, ask yourself how you can shine your light now wholly and fully. And the activation prayer is, thank you, Zadkiel, for helping me change within myself first before seeking change elsewhere. So this is like another healing card. Pooja, I'm not doing readings right now, sweetheart. I'm only doing a deck flip through to show people this new deck. So I don't know if I'll be up to doing readings later. If I come back later, it probably won't be until like 10, 11 o'clock my time tonight, Eastern time for me. So this is just to share this new deck with people who are interested or curious about this new deck. So I'm sorry, sweetheart. So I like this. This is about just the interchange we all need to seek to help healing, to us help our growth, and to shine our light. You know, instead of looking elsewhere for the changes or asking or expecting others to change, we gotta first look inward for that change that we're looking for instead of searching for it in others. So I think that's a great reminder, something we all should live by and be that change that we all want to see and create it, that positive change for others. Because when we change, when we, you know, talk, when we interact, it's an exchange of energy. And that energy can radiate outward. It's like your light that shines out. You know, there's some people who are gifted to see auras, and each person has a different aura. That's what I feel like. It's like that electrifying light that sprinkles out into the world like a butterfly effect that creates that positive energy. And when people come in contact with you, they pick up on that positive energy that we shine outward. So I like that card and what it represents. And the next card, the next angel is the holy amethyst. Now, isn't she beautiful? I love the purples all around her and the robe. And it says, you are the light. You are the light. It says you have a light within you, and this light will never go out. Whenever you face darkness, this brilliance has the opportunity to shine. Right now, God and the angels are calling you to switch your light on full. Stand in the greatness of your spirit. Do not back down and be the bringer of good that you were born to be. And the activation prayer is, I am a light of hope in the world. So, kind of like just what I was saying, shine your light, be that bright light. And whenever darkness is facing you, face it head on and shine the light. And don't back down. And know that spirit is staying with you to help you and guide you. She's just beautiful. I love the way they did the colors around her. It just reminds me of like a fiery purple. You know, when you think of fire, it's just like that purple that we sometimes see when you first light a flame. That's what it reminds me of. She's beautiful. And the next angel card I have here is Shamuel, and it says, let love in. It says, you are beloved. You are cherished more than you'll ever know. It's time to begin seeing yourself through the eyes of God. Choose to move beyond self-criticism and judgment. Be open to seeing yourself in a more loving way. When you are willing to see yourself lovingly, you open the doors of your heart and all forms of love enter it. And the activation prayer is, I'm willing to see the love I have within. So cherish what you have, that love you hold. Like, you know, this reminds me of that. And I could see his wings and share all that love that surrounds you. Share the love within you have and shine it outward. And allow others to be loving towards you. You know, be vulnerable. Allow love to come in, but also allow love to radiate from you into others. So he's beautiful. I like his piercing eyes too. Of course, all of these have like those piercing eyes that's looking right into your soul. And the next one is the Fire Guardian. And look at her. She has that hand full of fire. And then you can see like the balls of fire around her. The gold light. And I love her gown in gold. And this one says, your desires are not unholy. You are being encouraged to connect to the energy of desire and ignite your passions. As long as what you desire doesn't cause harm or danger to any living being, your desires are not unholy. Express yourself, play, and be untamed. For allowing these raw and authentic aspects of yourself to come to the surface. Also allow the universe to see you in all of your glory. And the activation prayer says, I ignite the fire of my passions and let it roar. So this reminds me of like a lioness or a lion with all that passion, that fire, that fiery Leo energy is what I get from this angel card. Allow your passions and your desires to ignite and share them as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else, like this card says. Shine your love and your passions. Yes, Fatima, they do. I love these cards. And the next one is the Miriam. And look, it's like the twins looking in the mirror is what it makes me think of. It also reminds me of the Gemini sign because of the twins. And this one says, healing the heart. This is a sacred time of healing. In order for you to feel whole once more, it's essential for you to reclaim all the lost parts of yourself. Call back all the aspects of yourself, all the gifts and talents that you have been forced to hide or express. By unleashing these tender aspects of your deeper self, you allow your heart to rebuild and strengthen. And the activation prayer says, I reclaim myself and my story. I am ready for wholeness. So this card to me talks about being vulnerable and releasing all your strengths and all your gifts and talents. Like, let's just say, for an example, you like to draw or paint, but you don't think you're a good painter or drawer, so you hide that away and tuck it away and only do it, you know, when you're alone at home, but you never share your art with the world. This card is telling you to trust in your gifts and talents you've been given and allow yourself to feel those passions and release them and help rebuild, share that gift and those talents with the world. Stop hiding away from it. So look at them, you know, putting one hand, like one hand from her, the other hand from her, pushing them together. Like being the power in the mirror. It's kind of what it reminds me of too. It's beautiful. And then the next angel card is Raguel. And look, I like his white hair, or she. I think it's a she, because of long hair. And the blue. And then see her wings right here. And then the power right here. And it says, detach yourself from drama. You are being encouraged to take the highest road possible now. Angels are reminding you that you were born to guide and heal, and this won't be possible if you allow your judgment to be clouded by the energies of ego. Remember that whenever there is a dramatic event unfolding, you have a choice whether to engage with it or not. And the activation prayer is, thank you, Raguel, for helping me discern the truth without being attached to drama. I think this is a card for all of us. You know, when drama comes into our life by other people, circumstances, situations, you know, it's best for us to detach ourselves from it, you know, to help protect our energy, to help protect ourselves, instead of getting, you know, wrapped up in it, which brings our energy down, which causes, you know, to have negative emotions. And, you know, and I understand some of us like to help others, you know, when they're going through a hard time. I'm not saying don't help people, because I'm all for helping people. But don't get lost in that drama. And don't be a hard, you know, critic towards others either. Be loving and kind, not, you know, judgmental. And whatever that drama is, you know, all I can tell you is send them love and light. And, you know, if you believe in God and pray, you know, ask God to guide them and to help them resolve their problems. And I like those beautiful piercing eyes too. Kind of looks, I don't know, they look beautiful in one aspect, they're piercing, but another way they can kind of like, I don't know, for me, it kind of creeps me out too, to be honest. Yes, Fatima, I agree. I'm the same way. I avoid drama. I don't like getting wrapped up in drama and problems. So I know people go through things, but people can, you know, people live off of drama and BS and nonsense, and I'm not that type of person. So I avoid it as much as possible. And isn't he beautiful? This is the angel Metatron, and this says, you have a divine calling. God and the angels are recruiting you. Where you are is where you have been strategically placed. Trust that what you are facing now has everything to do with what you are here to heal, and that it will lead to a life that is aligned to meaning and purpose. You are here to make a difference, and it must begin with where you are right now. And the activation prayer is, I am ready to fulfill the call of my soul. So he is the call of divine calling for you to trust where you are presently in your life, whether you want to use that literally, figuratively, or metaphorically. Know that you are where you are meant to be in order to heal, to learn, to grow, and to align and find purpose for your life. That it's all been planned out for you. So he's beautiful. I like the ray of light around him, and then his wings surrounding it, bright white, and like all the gold that's behind it, which I think is part of his wings, but just all the bright white light around him. The divine calling, the purity. And this next one is Sandalphon and Sandalphon. I know I didn't say that right. But look at her and the wings. Her wings. I love her hair and the outfit. And it says, the time is now. This is a moment of acceleration. Go for it. Don't hold back. Proceed. All of your hard work, focus, prayers, and intentions have led you to this pivotal moment. Any hesitation you may be experiencing is just a sign that you are on the verge of something wonderful. This is the time for you to surmount your fears once and for all. Setting your power, angels have your back. And the activation prayer is, I trust when the universe says yes. So trust that when you're going through your life and you're putting in all the hard work and you're focusing and putting your intentions into something, don't hesitate. I feel like if you get some kind of roadblocks, your angel's asking you to put away your fears and face it head on, and know that trust in the universe, trust in your power, trust that the angels have your back and they're telling you yes to go ahead and move forward. So I think he's beautiful too. Yes, Audrey. I call him Michael too. I call him in along with a few other angels to watch over me, protect me, and guide me. In fact, I do that before I do any live. Oh, and I just saw a bright blue spirit orb right here to the left of my screen. Some will say that's a sign from Michael. Speaking of being Archangel Michael, he's here. But yeah, I do. I call him Michael. I call him Metatron. I call him Gabriel, Raphael. And I don't know enough about astrology, about what angels are assigned to who, from your birth. But yeah, I do call them in all the time to watch over me and protect me. And it's like this room, this office, I feel all the goodness, all the holy, pure energy and love, the unconditional love. And it's like at my old house, I'll share a quick story with y'all, as I know y'all like my stories. I had a formal living room in my old house, and it was empty, and I was trying to decide what color to paint it and what furniture to put in it. And so I kind of looked at the room one day, and I could see a vision, like in my, psychic eyes, showing me that this room was supposed to be purple, and it was supposed to have white furniture with glass table, like a coffee table and end tables. And so, and I told, my family about it, what my plans were for this room and everything. Well, I got mixed reviews. Most of my family had told me that they didn't like the idea of, like, having purple in a formal living room. Which my formal living room, I had a family room. So I had two living rooms in this house. The family room is where everybody gets together, hangs out, watches TV and this and that. My formal living room was more for, like, if I wanted to have a couple girlfriends over and we could sit in there, it's kind of more formal, and that's where we'd spend like our holidays, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, because my formal dining room was connected to my formal living room. But since this room didn't hardly get used, I decided to use it as like my sacred space. And I remember I had two pillars standing in the archway, where like one side of that archway was the formal living room, the other side of it was the dining room. And it's like once you crossed those pillars, you could feel a difference in the energy to me. And so I would go through, hi beautiful Miss Moonlight, how are you, sweetheart? It's good seeing you. I'm happy to see all of y'all here. But yeah, so I went through, I had that vision, shared that with my family. And then I go shopping for the furniture. And beautiful people, I kid you not. The first furniture store I walked into, white furniture, white couch, white love seat, sitting in the front of the store to where I wouldn't miss it. And it just happened to be on sale too. That was the other crazy thing. And I'm like, okay, now I know I was meant to design this room and make it what I had plans on making it for. And so I grabbed the furniture, and it had, guess what? It had glass coffee tables. Like, it has a white rock stone for the base, And then it has the white glass table that goes over it, sits on top of it. And I put that in my room, and then I started buying all the decorations for it. And, you know, I bought some, you know, floral decorations, but I had like a bunch of candles. I had like sconces on the walls. I got a couple of pictures, and then I had different decorations on my end tables and my coffee table. And once I was done, my family came over and looked at it, and they were impressed. They couldn't believe how beautiful this room turned out to be. You know, they really liked it. Even my daddy, because he was still alive at the time, so this is my stepfather. Him being the macho man that he was, even he said that it turned out beautiful. You know, he never thought it would turn out so good. So that was like my sacred space room that I would go into. Beautiful Miss Moonlight. It's funny you mentioned that, because yes, I did. I bought a few last night. Because of that 50% off. I bet you did too, huh? They got you too, didn't you? I was trying not to look, but I did go look. And I'm working on my Amazon wish list right now. So I'm going to have an Amazon wish list. And then I'll get one with Etsy too. Since I know you and somebody else asked about my wish list. And then I'll post it when I'm done. But yes, I did do that. And yes, I know, let's see, Audrey. Yeah, I'm not, see, I don't follow that rule, Audrey. I still wear white after Labor Day. You know, if everybody wants to judge me for wearing white after Labor Day, well, they can kiss my tan behind. That's what I gotta say about that. I don't even know what that one is, sweetheart. I didn't see that one. You're gonna have to share that when you get it. I'll be excited to see it, though. And I got a couple other decks, too, that I still gotta show that I'm gonna do a flip through on. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow or Friday, but I'll gradually do like flip throughs to show y'all all these new decks, because I know a couple of them are new. Like this one I'm showing right now is brand new, but it hasn't been released to the public yet. But then I'll show some of the other ones that people may not be aware of. Okay, so the next angel is Hanel. Isn't she beautiful? Look at the white ball she's holding and the circle that surrounds her. I love that. Being dressed in blue. And it says, downloads of intuition. Trust what is coming to you, for the information is absolutely a glimpse of the future. Your psychic gifts are heightened at the moment, and it's essential for you to take the time to record what is coming from within. As a reminder, nothing is set in stone, and therefore, if your intentions change, you can absolutely rewrite what is to come. But you are receiving information that will serve you on your way. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, I trust my intuition and psychic gifts. So if you were to pull this card, or if I were to pull this card for you, this is saying truly trust your psychic gifts and your intuition. Listen to it. You know, don't doubt it. Don't run from it. You know, don't think you're just, you know, imagining things, because it's truly trying to guide you and show you something that is going to help you. And it even says that it's like a glimpse of the future, which is true. Because sometimes I do. I'll get like visions of the future, and it'll show me what's going to happen. And there's a few other videos I still got to make about that. So I'll probably make a video, and I'll probably post it by Friday, sharing a new story. Which one I share, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But okay, so the next angel I have is Dominions. Isn't she beautiful? And it's like, look, she's holding the ball of the earth, of the world, and all the light that surrounds her. Oh yeah, Audrey, I agree with that. I wouldn't want to wear white either for exactly the reason you're saying. It's definitely the wrong color for nurses and doctors or anyone in the medical field, period. This one says, face your own shadow. In order to continue healing to the world and dispel the energy of darkness, you have to face the shadows of your own soul. It's not that they are bad, more that they are parts of your most authentic self and story that you are avoiding. And this will only hold you back from healing and growth. Face all parts of yourself now. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, I am willing to light up all parts of myself. So this is facing your own shadow, facing your darkness head on, shining the light, allowing yourself to face those shadows of your own soul, of yourself, to create a newer, better version of you and to share that with the world. So that's beautiful. I like that one too. Ooh, look at her. This angel is Jophiel. Isn't she beautiful? And she's holding the light in her hands. And then the light that surrounds her. I like that. And this is weed your thoughts. Your mind is like a garden, a space that requires time and attention. Take the time to weed out the thoughts and feelings you know are spoiling the beauty. Release from your mental space that recurring stories that you are telling yourself, especially those that are hooked into the energy of fear. Instead, think about what you desire. Remember what lights you up and enjoy the blessings that are in your life. Let flowers bloom from your loving thoughts. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, my thoughts are seeds that blossom. I love that. So this is more about, not allowing your own thoughts to cloud your mind, having those negative thoughts or overthinking something, because it can create negativity, just overanalyzing, overthinking. Allow it to be released and for, your angels and your guides to come through to give you that advice, that wisdom, that guidance for something new, something brighter. So for you to grow and have more positive, loving thoughts about yourself, about the world, and about others. She's beautiful. She's my Polynesian cousin. Yeah, I can see that. I can see why you say that. She is pretty. Okay. And this one is the Air Garden, the Air Guardian Angel. Ooh, look at all those colors in him. And the colors of the back. Splash of blue in the back. And all the purples. And a little bit of shades of pinks. And then that ball of light right there. Representing the air. And this card is the Angel of the Air Guardian. And it says, take time to breathe. Slow down and breathe. Take time to reflect before proceeding further. You are allowing your past experiences to influence your current behaviors. And there is another way forward. You are being reminded to stay high vibration in your actions and choices. Refrain from reacting, for this will only delay your progress and healing. Love is the way. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, I breathe with ease, knowing angels are with me. So remember that. Take time to breathe. Know that your angels are with you. Know that you're never walking alone. Even when things are giving you a hard time, sometimes we just have to take a step back and take a deep breath in to kind of calm us down, relax our mind, and know that we are surrounded by love and light, by our angels, by our spirit guides, and our loved ones who are there to help us. They really did, Audrey. I mean, I really love them. You can really connect to these cards. I'm in love with this deck. Ooh, she's beautiful. I love her. The one I'm getting ready to show y'all. Ooh, this is Gabriel. Look at her. This is a gorgeous card. I like the light that they put around her. All the pinks, different shades. And then look at her holding that ball of light. And even look at her dress. It's like roses. Beautiful. So this is Angel Gabriel. And it says, heal the child within. There are parts of yourself you had to abandon in your early years in order to survive. But now it's essential to reclaim all those parts in order to thrive. The child within you requires some tender, loving care at this time. So let them come to the surface and express all that needs to be shared. Hold them with compassion and give them radical healing, understanding, and love. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, I let healing and light reach all parts of myself. Now that's beautiful. This is about the child within, allowing her or him to come out, being, you know, more in that playful mode to me, or being in just that, you know, vibration of happiness and joy, and then the playfulness that comes out, and allow that to help, you know, bring you that joy so you can thrive and move forward in life, and allow it to heal you too. That's beautiful. I like her a lot. Yeah, and her eyes, she has like those deep golden brown eyes. Oh, Audrey, this would be a great representation of my colored eyes. You know, like I've told people before, you may not be able to see the actual color of my eyes. They may look black on here, but if you were to see me in person, they look like a light brown, like a golden brown. Someone described them as honey glazed brown. This is like the color of my eyes, if you can see up close. That's about the color of my eyes. So, but for some reason the camera doesn't show that color in my eyes on here. And the next angel card is Principalities. And older represents wisdom to me. Has all that wisdom and knowledge surrounded in the purples and the pinks and the white. And it says, spiritual study is essential. You are on a path of great learning. You have already gained so much understanding from your spiritual encounters and experiences, but in order to become the teacher you were born to be, more study is required. Take the time to dive into spiritual books and texts. Study them carefully, for they are here to help you understand fully some of the processes you have experienced naturally. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, I am willing to learn in order to teach. So this is about studying, study spirituality, go in deep, look at books, read articles, you know, talk to others who are on their path to spirituality to gain greater knowledge and understanding, to learn more about yourself and others in the world. So I love her. I love how they represented this one. Yes. The lady be looking aged. Yeah, she is aged. She's older. Like beautiful Miss Nancy. Like a crone. That's what I see. The angel of wisdom. Deeper knowledge. Spirituality. That's what I see in that. So yeah, I do understand. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, Audrey. They're not hazel, but it's not like just a dull brown either. They have like a gold. There's a gold tone to my eyes. So, oh, she's beautiful. And this is the angel of faith. She's beautiful. Surrounded in white. She's holding like a wand, but you know, you might even think it's a sword. And there's a light in her white, and the representation of all the faith we all should have. And it says cloak of protection. So she's the angel that's cloaking you of protection. And it says, you are protected. The worst is behind you. And you are ready to move beyond the challenges that you have been facing. You are safe now. Let go of the old and stop waiting for history to repeat itself. For you are in a new time in which you can create your own story and begin living it. If you feel you are stepping into the unknown, know that your angel is holding your hand, leading you on. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, I am safe and protected by angels. So this is the card of protection, to have faith, to know that you're always being watched over and looked after from above, from all the angels. I love that. She's beautiful. And the next one, ooh, I like her. I like her hair. This kind of reminds me of, who is it? It's Hope. What's the name of her channel? Witches Willow or something like that. I'll have to look at it. But this one has purple hair, and look at her outfit. All her purple hair, and look at all the purple, and all the gold, and the white, and her outfit, and then she's holding this symbol. This is sky beings. See from a higher perspective. You are being guided to take a higher perspective. Do not allow yourself to be limited by what you do not see or understand. Do not allow your current experience to disrupt you from being the force of light you were born to be. Be open to seeing things differently and with consideration, for by being willing to shift your perspective, you allow angels to bring divine order to your life. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, thank you, sky beings, for helping me see this differently. So this is like taking a stand and stepping away and looking at things from a different perspective to have a greater or different understanding that helps you evolve. And this is where the angels come in to bring you divine order and guidance. So they want you to be willing to shift your perspective. She's beautiful. I love that. I like, you know, all the different colors in her. But I like the fact that they had her hair purple too. She's beautiful. And then the next one is Mary, Queen of Angels. Oh, okay. Well, I bet it's beautiful, Audrey. I love people who do different things like that with their hair. I'm not that brave. You know, I remember when I was a little girl, though, it was funny. For whatever reason, I would tell my parents that I wanted blonde hair. Because my mama had blonde hair. I mean, she was a dirty blonde, but she had blonde hair. And it's like, why don't I have blonde hair? You know, but my parents wouldn't let me dye my hair blonde. And I'm thankful for that. They stopped me from doing a couple of crazy things that, now that I'm older, that I'm glad they didn't allow me to do. Because the other thing I want to do was perm my hair. But I remember my daddy told me I'm going to end up looking like a poodle if I did. So they wouldn't let me do that either, which I'm glad. I like my straight hair. But when I get older and I start having like gray or white hair, I'm going to have to dye it. And then it's going to be interesting to see what colors I dye my hair. I don't think I'll just dye it this color. I'll probably add something else to the mix. But this is the angel, Mary, Queen of Angels. Isn't she beautiful? And like holding this light. up against her chest. And then her wings right here coming out. That was funny, Audrey. That'd be funny. I bet she looked cute with it, though. This angel says, do not be afraid. You were born for this. Trust in your voice. Trust in your ability to articulate your thoughts. Trust in your capacity to use and share your gifts. If you are feeling scared or unsure about the next step, this is just showing how much you care about making a difference. Stand in the light of your soul. It is the only shield you need. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, I trust in myself, my voice, and my gifts. I am not afraid. So this is about the card of, and with the angel saying, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what comes forward. Don't be afraid of your thoughts. Don't be afraid of your feelings. And don't be afraid when you're unsure. You know, just show who you are and allow yourself to shine, to make a difference in the world, in yourself, and in others. And that you will be protected and not to worry about those fears, to release them, and you'll have the shield of what you need. So trust your voice, trust your gifts, don't be afraid of them. I think that's a beautiful message for everyone. Yeah, I love her, and I look at her eyes too, like looking right through your soul. She's beautiful, and all the light that surrounds her. So I like the representation, especially with the blue cloak. I do like that. And then the next one is Uriel. Isn't he beautiful? Look at his wings right here. You can see them in the light, and the light that surrounds him. And then all the gold in the bottom. And then him holding the light right there in his hand. And I love the neutral colors in this one too. I think they did a great job with him. It says, it's going to be okay. No matter what's happening, it's going to be okay. Everything is working out for you. The angels of light are shining upon you, your situation, and anyone involved. If you are feeling overwhelmed or anxious, know this is a reminder of how much you care about things turning out well, and they will turn out well. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, thank you, Uriel, for helping me trust in the process. So this is the angel that's asking you to trust in the process, that everything's going to be okay. Whatever it is that you're wanting, you know, to happen or hope that, and if you care about it, just know that it will turn out well, as this card says. Just trust in the process. I like him. Yeah, they do. Hi, beautiful Carolyn. How are you, sweetheart? Hi, sweet Peter. I hope y'all are doing well and having a beautiful, lovely day today. Thank you for being here. And this angel, look at her. Look at all the colors. Her white hair, her closing her eyes, like taking all the energy in. And that's what it's depicting. I was right before I even read the back of the card. It says universal energies. So this is the angel of universal energies. And all the different energies that surround her. And all the different colors and layers. It says you are ascending. And it says you are flying high, rising up. Stay focused on your mission and know that the universe and angels are supporting you every step of the way. This is part of your ascension process. In order to fully integrate as both soul and human, it's essential for you to face any challenges or mend any relationships you have been putting off dealing with. By stepping forward and facing the complications of your earthly life, you let your soul grow and ascend. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, I support myself in the process of ascension. So trust in your process, trust when you are ascending, and that you are being integrated. Your soul and your body and your human form is all aligning and becoming one. And that you will be able to mend any relationships that you're putting off and step forward without being afraid as your soul grows and as your gifts come in. Oh, Andre, that's a beautiful way of looking at her. Yeah, almost like, what, like this is the bad energy or this is the bad energy? Which part of it, sweetheart? You know, I would think like at the top, that's the bad energy that's coming down. And this is her trying to take all that energy and turn it into a positive and pushing it back out, circulating it back into the energy, into the world. But I like how you look at this card. Yeah, all that fiery energy is what I see too. Love it. And this is the Angel of Charity. Yes. With her eyes closed, she is focusing and concentrating. Yeah, that's how I see her too. This is the Angel of Charity. And look at her eyes too. And I love the halo of flowers around her head. And look at all the pinks and the little bit of red. And then her pink outfit. And the symbol in the center. So this is the Angel of Charity. And it says, bring peace where you can. There is a time for reconciliation. If you are holding a grudge, it is time to let it go. The only person who will suffer from this restriction is you. It's time to bring your heart to the present moment. It's time to show up wholly and fully with love. You deserve the freedom that forgiveness and understanding will bring you. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, I am ready to understand and forgive. So this is the card of being understanding, compassionate, and having forgiveness. Release all that, resentment, grudges, whatever's holding you back, that negative energy. Release it into the world and allow love to flow through you. And allow that love to flow outward with that forgiveness and compassion and understanding towards others, which will bring you a great deal of peace. I love her. And I love the colors. Pink and peace. That's what I think of. But she's beautiful. And the last angel I have here. Yeah. I know I would need her sometimes too. Because I know sometimes I can be a little testy or feisty, you can say. Yeah, she is. Because of all the pinks. Yeah. I got a small piece of rose quartz. But she's beautiful. And here's the last one. This is the angel Ariel. And look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Like I said, I love the diversity of this deck. Everyone being represented here. And her holding that power. And all the light that shines. Like right here is shining. All her power and her wings shining outward. And her outfit in gold. She's beautiful. And this angel says, embrace your sacred calling. God is recruiting you. All that you have faced and healed in your life is part of your mission and directly aligned to how you can live a life that is filled with purpose. Lean into your personal story and your own testimony of healing. For sharing this deeper part of your life will allow you to realize your gifts. And the activation prayer or affirmation is, thank you, Ariel, for guiding my sacred mission to heal and be healed. And that's beautiful. So this is another card saying that God's trying to recruit you, but wants you to heal your life, to go on your mission fully and be aligned with purpose. And use your personal story as your testimony for healing and to help others when you share yourself, your gifts, and your talents. That's beautiful. I love her too. Yes. Yes, Audrey, I agree. Powerful and dignified. I love it. Yes, Audrey, I agree. See, I normally don't read for myself. I'd rather read for others. I enjoy reading for others. So I rarely pull cards for myself, but I know I should. And this would probably be one of those decks that I would just like pull one card a day just to see what the angels have to say to me, what it is that I may need to focus on for that day. Because it does say, you know, you can pull it, you can use it for like one card pull a day. You can do 2, 3, and there was another spread this book has where you can do like a whole reading to go deeper, you know, for yourself and do a reading for others. So I'm going to pull one card for y'all. I'm going to do a collective one card pull before I go to see what the angels got to say to all of us today for the rest of our day. So you're welcome, Audrey. I enjoy sharing this deck. Like I said, it's brand new. It hasn't been released yet, but it should be coming out any day now. That's a great way to do it, though, beautiful. And that's how we all learn. We all had to start somewhere. Start pulling one card a day, learning each meaning, and learning the different spreads. And what does that card mean to you? Okay, what does the guidebook say? You know, and then for me, I know every single time when I would do it, I would come to learn that some days, if I were to pull the same card, you know, one day to the next, that I would understand that it has more than one meaning then. And it depends on what it is, because sometimes, you know, it is the guidebook. Other times it's what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. Could be completely different. So I've learned that, which is, you know, where I become more of an intuitive reader instead of just being one that gives you the guidebook meaning. I'm giving you the meaning and the messages that my spirit guides are getting from your spirit guides. I enjoy reading that way. Some people don't like it, but, you know, everybody's unique and has their own way of reading. So keep doing that. Get to know those decks. I believe you'll be really good at it, sweetheart. Alright. One more shuffle. And I'm going to split the deck. Let's see. Alright, beautiful people. The angel I pulled for us today as a collective is Mary, Queen of Angels. It says, do not be afraid. You were born for this. Trust in your voice. Trust in your ability to articulate your thoughts. Trust in your capacity to use and share your gifts. If you are feeling scared or unsure about the next step, this is just showing you how much you care about making a difference. Stand in the light of your soul. It is the only shield you need. So don't be afraid, beautiful people. Stand in the light of your soul and face it. Share your gifts. Don't be afraid of your gifts. Don't be afraid of your voice. You know, trust yourself. Trust in your intuition. Trust in what your spirit guides are guiding and telling you. Trust in your dreams. You know, trust in the downloads you get. You know, you're probably getting downloads throughout the day, but you don't recognize it as being that. But it's almost like, you know, I was trying to explain to someone last night, and I'll try and explain it again real quick. Like when my spirit guides come through, well, I'll just say, you know, maybe I have a question and I'm just wondering. They may not answer me right away, but then if I were to go through and like let's just say I go and wash dishes and I'll just be sitting there and my head is just empty of all that clutter. And then suddenly I get a thought that comes through. And sometimes it'll be here, like here or here. It's rare that it comes through here. And I understand that it's not my own thought. And I recognize that. That's when your spirit guides, your angels, and your loved ones are coming through, giving you a message to guide you. Another way to recognize it would be like if you were to get ringing in your ears. So pay attention. If you start getting ringing in your ears, just, you know, kind of empty your mind if you can. And whatever message comes through after, that's your guides answering you, giving you a message, you know, help guide you with something. So trust in all that. That's what your angels want you to do. And don't be afraid. It'll all be okay. They're there watching over you, my beautiful people. You had a fierce one today in the right. Hi, beautiful spirit. I just saw a light blue spirit orb appear over here. Sorry. Well, I hope that card helped you, sweetheart. Like I said, I doubt I'll be back tonight to do readings unless Spirit comes through and says that someone needs a reading and needs to hear a message right now. But I'm going to try and get some rest, recharge my energy, and then I'll come back tomorrow and do a live and do some readings if my energy is strong enough for me to do it. Because I know I spend some hours on here with y'all. Thank you, Audrey. I appreciate you, beautiful. And I'll be getting a few new decks soon, too. When Hay House delivers mine. So, well, beautiful people, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go. So, I hope y'all enjoyed that flip through. And I hope y'all enjoyed the messages that came with them and the one collective card I pulled for y'all today. So, I'm wishing y'all so much love, so many blessings, so much joy, the happiness, the joy, the abundance, the good health, the prosperity, all the wonderful, incredible, beautiful things that we all want in this life and we're all deserving of. And that includes you, beautiful. Until next time, bye.